Welcome back, family. Hey, how's everybody going? We are reviewing the cover price top 10 for August 28th. And we're going to just jump right into it. Get these glasses off, get rid of the glare.
Boom! I'm Greg, by the way.
And I am rich. Not wealthy, but rich.
I like it. We'll get that on a t-shirt one day. Yeah. So coming in at number 10.
And I have my list already loaded up and scroll to the bottom. I can see number 10. I can't see 9 through 1.
This book is hanging around.
Yeah. Why?
First appearance of Cassandra Nova.
Whoop-de-freaking-do.
That character is slated to possibly, rumor is a Deadpool cameo, Deadpool 3.
Again, it's like Multiverse of Madness all over again with the cameos.
Yeah.
I think that this has dropped down to number 10, and the only reason it's still here is because people saw it on the last 2 weeks and like, I gotta get one.
Yeah, I mean, that's how it works. I've done that.
Raw's going for 14, it looks like. 22, 35
Ew.
for a near mint.
Ew.
166 for a 9.8.
Ugh, no. Go get Star Wars 17. 90.
Yeah, right? Quinlan Voss. Yeah. Hard pass. No thank you. Even if, at $5 I'd pick it up. Other than that, I'm not interested at all. At all.
I don't even know who Cassandra Nova.
Is it one of the Nova Corps? I don't even know.
Oh, it's been so long since we looked this up that I forgot. It's a supervillain.
Again, hard pass.
Yeah.
We're at least a year away from the dang movie anyway.
Well, yeah. Next.
It's not going to hit. Deadpool is not going to hit its hoped release date because of the strike. So it's going to be pushed back to September at least. All right, number 9.
Amazing Spider-Man 32, the Elizabeth Torque homage. I almost bought this when I was at my shop the other day.
I didn't see this.
This is hot just because Spider-Gwen is hot.
The homage is cool. I got to give it credit.
Yeah.
The Kraven storyline.
Yes, the one we read. Death of Kraven, right? Isn't that what it's called?
Something along those lines. I'm looking at it blown up.
Kraven's Last Hunt.
There we go. Okay. It's a cool looking cover. I really do like that. But you know what kills it is that big number 32 on it. It just doesn't look right there. If they had not made that so bold, I think it would have made the cover look nicer. So it's a 1 in 50, and it's selling for rated ratio
50. Yeah.
So in 2 months, it'll be 30, 25.
I don't know with Gwen, man. But maybe.
Every single book gets a ratio. I think it's just getting to the point where it's just ridiculous. All right, let's move up to number 8.
Yes, that has nothing to do with it. Sorry. Okay.
Oh!
Look at you.
I got one yesterday.
X-Men 266.
I got one yesterday.
Debatable first appearance of Gambit.
Yeah, I mean, I really do believe the annual is the first appearance.
Yeah, I could agree with you. But this is the more valuable book for whatever reason, so.
Now, just because I bought one yesterday does not mean this is my gun to my head pick. I'm saying that right now. Because gun to my head pick means I have to pay today's values, and I did not buy that at that price last night. I was very, very happy with what I got.
Let's see. What are we looking at for pricing?
For slabbed, 9.8s are around $700.
Oof.
Last sale of a 7.0 was $114. Last sale of a 9.0 was $114.
How do you know that?
Because that's what I bought.
Ooh, I set you up there. I'm glad you smacked it out of the park.
Boo!
I don't see any breaking news about Gambit or anything, so...
No, but he still is one of those characters that when the X-Men do come...
You got to do him.
And he's got to be done right, otherwise he's going to really alienate the fans.
Mm-hmm.
You got Rogue, you got Gambit. There's a lot of characters that... Kitty Pryde has really got to be done correctly. Yeah. I think that those characters are much more important in the long run than Dazzler. Sorry, I said it.
Hey, it's just like your opinion, man. We all got him.
I know. I got one right between my butt cheeks.
Ooh.
All right. As far as current prices, it's not still. I wouldn't go for the 9.8. I'd go for a 9.6. But
Oh
this
God.
is actually what?
Yeah. It's over double the price of a 9.8 for a 9.6.
Less than half. Yeah. I got you.
Sorry, I reversed it, but yes.
A little Willy Wonka there. Scratch that. Reverse it. The market as it is right now, this is a great time to get one of these books. So.
Yeah. I paid $185 for my Raw back there when I first was kind of getting into comics.
Oh.
And it came back at 9.4, which is good, but not.
It's good.
I didn't lose too much on that at this point, but.
A couple of years ago, I hit a garage sale, bought a collection, and as I'm going through 600 books, in the last group of 10, I found a newsstand X-Men 266. Okay? I was not good at cleaning and pressing at that time, did the best I could, came back at 7.0.
Mm-hmm.
I sold that for $150.
Mm.
Back in, when the market was still just starting to go up.
Yeah.
But the market has come down. We've already established that people will pay these higher prices. This is like a decent investment book.
Yeah, for sure. Not a bad time.
Number 7?
Let's do it. Avengers 35?
Okay.
Is that right?
Yes, from 2014.
You like this book, though, because it has to do with Sam Wilson.
Yeah, but it does not appear in the story. It's only on the cover.
That's true. But it's what is it? It's hot because it's rumored to be the that's the whole thing with Molecule Man,
Okay.
if you remember. If not, I can read it real quick.
We got 9.8 selling for roughly $100, which is not bad for a 9.8.
No.
But Raws are still selling for $8.
Yeah, you find yourself a nice Raw.
Yeah.
$8. Call it 30 for grading.
Splurge, spend 12, 13 for a perfect one. That's all.
Yeah, and pre-screen it.
Which I'm going to have to learn to do if you watch our last unboxing. It's a decent book, but 2014 is still a highly printed book. I'd go the Raw route. I wouldn't go the 9.8. But if you really couldn't wait, $95, $100 is not breaking the bank for a 9.8 these days.
No, but I'm with you. I mean, it's just the cost of entry is so low on this one.
Yeah.
I mean, like you said, spend $10 and get a pristine one.
Yeah, I told him to splurge and go for 12.
Oh, you're right. I apologize.
All right, let's scroll up to number 6. Hey, it's still on here.
Toxic Avenger.
Honestly, if you have a 9.8, this is the time to sell. It really is. The original movie came out before the comic book. It's not like the first appearance of it was the comic book itself. And I don't know if they're doing a big theatrical release on this movie. It's going to be coming. They're going to be releasing it during some film festival coming out next month.
Yeah, is it a Marvel property or Marvel just did the?
I don't know. It's like Conan. It used to be a Marvel property. Isn't anymore.
Let's see.
I mean, Trauma Pictures is the one that put out the movie originally.
Mm-hmm.
But they have a good cast, too, so I'm surprised that they wouldn't at least try to recoup what they spent on salary.
Elijah Wood, Kevin Bacon. Wow.
Well, now that he's back from nowhere.
Guardians joke. Legendary Pictures and Troma Entertainment are still production companies.
Legendary Pictures. They've been known for other horror films. I'm trying to remember which one.
Oh, they've done a lot. They're one of the big boys.
I think they did a Saw franchise too. But they've done several. I know that. So.
Yeah. That's fascinating. The Troma Entertainment is still around.
Well, the thing is, if they only release this at a film festival and it doesn't go into movie theaters, I don't know. Is it going straight to streaming? I don't know. But historically, when is the best time to sell a book? Right before the movie comes out.
Mm.
When's the best time to buy it? 3 months later. So This is not the time to buy this book. This is the time to sell it.
Principal photography commenced June 21st, 2021 in Bulgaria and wrapped in August 14th, 2021. Wow, they've been editing for 2 years? Wow.
And the first movie was filmed in New Jersey. I know people that were in it as background people running, you know.
Oh, that's cool. On January 30th, Blair confirmed the film would employ practical gore effects, and the time period setting will be a little bit of both in the past and the present. The Toxic Avenger is set to premiere as the opening film of Fantastic Fest, September 21st, 2023.
Yeah. That's in 3 weeks.
Wow. How have we not gotten a
trailer?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I thought that they were coming out with a trailer let me try that again. I thought the trailer was coming out in 3 weeks and the movie was coming out next year.
Huh.
Yeah, and I got completely corrected. So.
Wow. Yeah, sell it now if you really want.
Yeah.
If you want to sell it.
And if you want to buy it back, buy it back. And, and I say this, I own a 9.8. I'm not going to sell it. I love that damn book. Plus, even if I sold it right now, I don't think I'd get back what I paid for it. I think I paid $300 for it. But if you look at the highest value of 2021, it was $600.
Yeah.
So I was looking good at $300.
Yeah.
Not so much anymore. Still overall better than my paper goes #1. So.
Well, on that note, why don't we take a second to thank our patrons?
I love it. You go right ahead.
Patrons, thanks for being awesome and giving us that little extra tip on our channel. If you want to become a cool patron, check us out at patreon.com/TeamOhana, where you can get a slew of benefits. Too much to name. I'll name it at the end of the video probably, or Rich will. But until then, check out these awesome patrons.
Welcome back. If you want to see your name on that screen, Patreon, Team Ohana. Nice and simple. $3 lousy for less than the cost of a cup of coffee. You can support.
Was that a commercial or something back in the day?
Yeah, it was like Sally Struthers or for raising money for starving kids in Africa.
Okay.
And the irony is, if you look at the two of us, we're not starving.
I'm very far from starving. I just didn't know if you made that up or
no.
That's like a reference that you... Okay.
And like a little bit of Sarah McLachlan music playing in the background.
That's what we're missing. Number 5.
Number 5 is... Oh, hello.
Yep.
That would be this book.
Yep. Star Wars Kanan and the Last Padawan, number 1. The first appearance of the crew, motherfuckers. In the last page.
Right. And then CGC lists this one as the first appearance, and it shows number 6 with no highlights whatsoever. It doesn't say anything about it. But collectors, and if you look on cover price, it says this is a first full appearance. This is appearance in cameo.
They really should change that, yeah. First cameo appearance and then first full appearance.
Considering how many other books are controversial, they should at least follow suit with this.
Right.
So, but even though if they haven't, the price shows that that collectors are looking for shows that number 6 is more sought after than number 1. Probably also because number 6 is probably a lower print run. Number 1's everybody grabs.
That's a great point. Yeah, Rich and I were talking about this the other night. I forget after what, but I was like, why is the first appearance so much more affordable than the purple one? That's what I said, because I couldn't remember what number 6 was.
Yeah.
The purple one. Yeah, I mean, it's because the market and collectors have decided that number 6 is the T-bone steak, where this is the, I don't know, New York strip.
Well, it was a few years ago that a friend of mine, knowing that I was a Star Wars fan, wanted to know, how have you never watched Clone Wars? the movie and the TV series. I'm like, it's a cartoon. He's like, no, watch it. And I binge watched the whole thing, and I'm like, I was blown away by how good it really was. And then I took the next step and watched Rebels.
I loved Rebels.
I love Rebels more.
And I'm not even like a huge Star Wars guy. I really liked Rebels.
Yeah. And I went and I bought both books in raw and sent them in and got them back, 9.6 and 9.8. I would have loved that 9.8, but if I had to pick which one is a 9.8, the fact that it's number 6, I was happy with it. But yeah, this is the wrong time to buy this book.
Yes.
Because we're right now in the middle of Rebels season 5, also known as Ahsoka season 1.
AKA Ahsoka, yeah. Shot for shot almost sometimes too.
Wow, the last sale of a 9.8, 113. I may have to revisit me looking and buy one.
Oh, yesterday. Jesus.
Yeah. Love was such an easy game to play, man. Let me tell you.
Wow. Yeah, so remember how we were talking about like Avengers 35 for $99?
Yeah.
Go get this instead.
Which would you rather have?
If you're purely looking, even if you're purely looking at it from a dollar standpoint, this would be worth more than that, in my opinion.
If I had seen this auction and known that I could have gotten this in a 9.8 instead of the X-Men 266 in a 9.0, I would have taken that. Because I think oh man, yeah. Ahsoka season 1, and there's rumors there is or isn't going to be a season 2, I don't know. But we do know we're getting the Filoniverse. This is just opening up. We're going to wind up with feature films here. And if we have superhero fatigue, we do not have Star Wars fatigue. And if Sabine is a major character in it, or Ezra, or Hera, or anybody, boom.
Anyway, I love these books.
Yes.
If you can get one for 115, 113, hell yeah. But in general, yeah, these are heating up and will explode as the season progresses, I imagine. So.
Oh yeah, this is a great book though.
Yeah,
I'm glad to see this on the list. I'm surprised we did not see this on the list in the weeks leading up to Ahsoka.
Yeah, I don't know.
All right, number 4.
Infinite Crisis, number 5, Jim Lee cover, Jaime Reyes, Blue Beetle. You know the drill. Yep.
Now, this movie is getting such great reviews, but it's just not selling tickets. 94% from an audience score on this movie, and right now I think they're at 80 million.
Let's see, box office.
They're saying that they're trending, that worldwide they're shooting, right now they think they're going to get between 140 and 160, but they needed 200 minimum to consider it a success.
All right, worldwide, 82,108,000. Fuck, man.
And this movie was so much better than The Flash.
Did you end up seeing it?
No, but I know how bad The Flash was. I was setting you up on that one.
I mean, it was fun for sure. I mean, it's sitting at a 78 critic rating and a 92 audience score, so I don't know what to say. Other than fatigue.
I don't pay attention to critic scores.
I know, but I'm just saying, I just wanted to put it out there that it's not like everybody is like, oh, this is cool.
Yeah. No, I get that, but I mean, just like you get some of the name directors saying that the Marvel movies are not cinema.
Oh yeah, eat poo poo.
Yeah, sorry, it's because your movies don't sell out. That's what the problem is. You're jealous. They're making movies that people want to see.
Yeah, I still think you should wait a little bit to get this one.
Yeah.
And that's a good thing, I think, because it's in the people's conscious mind.
Well, right now they're still selling a lot of tickets word of mouth. A lot of people don't know this character.
No. And I can't tell you how many people, like neighbors and people that I've talked about, my sister-in-law, I was like, oh, we went to saw Blue Beetle. And they were like, oh, what's that? Never heard of that. So.
But you know what's disappointing is by word of mouth, Barbie did well, Mario Brothers did well.
Yeah. But people know what those are, though, like in general. Yeah,
but I think if there had been 27 different movies about dolls, and then Barbie came out, people were like, oh, another one. Yeah, I'll see it when it comes out on streaming. I don't care.
That's true. Yeah. That's a great point. All right.
Number 3.
Spawn.
Final Kombat Netherrealm.
All right, so this is a weird one. This is a Mortal Kombat cover.
I'm looking at the price. Like, what the hell?
Yeah. Okay. So this was supposed to be distributed at the 2020 Final Kombat Live Gaming Competition in Chicago.
Oh, okay.
It was canceled due to COVID. Like,
so somebody's sitting there with boxes of these things?
Actually, yeah. So it's kind of a whole thing here. So the editor-in-chief at Todd McFarlane Productions told Key Collector the following. So this was a small event to begin with. Only a couple hundred issues were produced. It was canceled to the public, but it was still held in private for the players. What we were told was that less than 50 copies were distributed by the event organizers to the players and their plus ones. The rest, along with the other free swag, was trashed due to the cost of shipping it back to the Mortal Kombat offices. We have worked with them before, so there's no reason to believe that this was not the case. I think this would be fair to say that less than 50 copies exist out in the wild at this point.
I'm not buying it.
So, and then furthermore, as of August, so I think this just happened this week, it's been disclosed publicly that at least one seller made a bulk purchase of about 70 issues. The seller claims that he purchased 1/6 of the entire print run, which would equal about 420 copies, far more than what the editor at McFarlane Productions relayed to Key Collectors in the email. So it's all that being said, it's still unclear how many copies of the issue exist, but as of this month, it's far greater than what has been communicated by those working the event. Kind of a wild little ride there.
Yeah, this is like one of those things that happens at one of the Comic-Cons with the acetate or with Bad Idea.
Yeah.
And it's the first appearance of Raptor, whoever the heck that is.
Yeah, that part doesn't really matter, I don't think. But yeah, it's all about the allure and of this cover and the story behind it.
All right, well, let's just say that 120 is the total print run.
Okay.
I'm still not interested in it. I didn't care about it before. I'm not going to buy it solely because it's a rare book. I mean, I just bought a different book from 1942, which is the only copy available that was ever graded on CGC. Census of 1. Cost me $79. Do you think I'm going to spend $1,000 on what might be a rare book?
Hell no. Unless all you collect is Spawn and this is like your thing, I kind of get that. I still think $1,000 is a lot, even $500, I think. But I would take that 1,000 and add another 1,000 to it or 500 to it and get my Showcase 22.
Yeah, I'm actually just trying to.
Man, there's a 9.8 right now sitting at $755 with 8 bids.
So, right now you're looking at about $1,000 for one of these books, right?
Yeah, roughly.
For $900. The last 1.5 of Giant Size X-Men #1 sold. Which would look better on your wall? Which would make you feel better? And which one's going to retain value or go up when the X-Men characters land?
And that's just, even if there was no X-Men ever in live action again, that's just like a blue chipper, like legendary book, right?
Yeah, right there. You just said it. For $1,000, you're looking at buying a blue chip book. Don't buy. No, hell no. I don't care. The book was $100. I'm not interested. So I wouldn't buy it for $100 because I had no interest in the book. I don't really follow Spawn. I definitely don't follow the Mortal Kombat gaming community.
Number 2.
Number 2. She's here.
Give you one
Dazzler,
guess on what number 1 is. So, Dazzler's solo title, number 1. I don't even like that cover, man. It's like all dark and shit.
Yeah, and if you look at different copies, the print quality on this, when it came out, when they were taking out stacks of the book out of one box, you'd have different color covers.
Ugh.
It's like some were more purple, some were like pinkish, some were reddish. The color quality was all over the place when these things came out.
They fixed it in the facsimile, at least.
Or at least they picked what color it was supposed to be.
Yeah, and decided on one.
But yeah, a mutant that turns music into light while roller skating around. During the time of roller skating, I wasn't interested in this.
I wonder how they would modernize her. Is she in
Yeah,
modern
because
comics at all?
rollerblades are out of it already.
I know, right? Maybe ice skate or wheelies.
I don't.
The little wheels on the shoes.
That could actually be cool. You're looking at $200 for a 9.8.
Nah, son, not for me.
Well, to give you an idea, I think they printed just as many of these as they did New Mutants #1.
So,
And that goes for about $90 for 9.8.
16,000.
When New Mutants #1 came out, I bought 100 copies.
I know. I wish I could have seen that.
It was $60, man. I should have asked for a discount. I didn't know.
Woo!
But, yeah, I don't... I see this dropping right back down to $120 within 2 months.
Especially this one. Like, I think
Yeah.
this is the lesser of the two that are on here.
This is a poor man's Dazzler #1.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Tell me what the #1 book is.
It's X-Man.
Number 130 in a newsstand edition, they're saying.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. You got to be kidding me. $2,000?
Whoa! A week ago? Shit. That was probably Larry. Larry loves this book.
Oh, my God. $2,000 for 9.8 in a newsstand.
That might be the biggest gap I've ever seen between 9.6 and 9.8. $1,000. Do you see that shit? With like a normal book, not any of the giant, insane books.
Okay, well, go back to X-Men 129. I'll just tell you, a 9.8 in a newsstand is $2,900. A 9.6 is $550.
Oh, yeah. Man, that might be the biggest gap I've ever seen between a 9.8 and a 9.6 in like a regular comic.
Oh, man. I wouldn't buy, no, I'm not spending $2,000 on this. I'm sorry. This was what year?
80
1980. So we're still looking at 80% of the books
being
that were printed that year
newsstand.
were newsstand. So people are like, oh, it's a 9.8 newsstand. Yes, it was harder to find a 9.8 newsstand because generally if you were a comic collector, you went to the store, you got it in a bag and a board, you took care of it. The people selling it at the newsstands, not so much. Right. But there's 4 times as many of them. So as far as rarity, I think that's why you see the big price difference between 9.8 and 9.6. But I would still rather have so many other books other than this. $2,000?
Oh, hell no.
I mean,
I wouldn't spend $600 on a 9.6.
you drop down to an 8.0, you're still at $200. Yeah.
Not for me, dog. But anyway, if you do want it, just wait half a year.
Yeah. Actually, you know what? I would put money into the Dazzler #1 before I put it into X-Men 130.
Just because of the lower cost of entry?
Much lower cost of entry. And if in any way, shape, or form you could ever get Taylor Swift to sign a book, that would look fine.
Yeah.
But can you imagine what will happen to the market if it turns out that she decides she's not doing it?
That's what I would want.
I mean, heck, she was in Cats. How well did that do? Anyway.
Oh.
All right. Let's do a gun to your head pick, shall we?
What do we got? All right. You went first last week.
Go, go, go. I know what my pick is, so I got to pick a second pick in case we're together again.
In my position, what my financial situation is, what my goals are with comics, I would just go with an Avengers 35.
You know you wanted to say Star Wars Canon #1.
I wanted to, but I have to. I can't tell you how many times I go through eBay, favorite stuff, and then the next day I roll my eyes, unfavorite it because I'm looking at the prices of the signatures that I'm going to get in November. And I have to save all this shit because then the facilitator gets their cut as well that I have to pay as I submit to CGC, and it's just like I'm trapped. So, yeah, Avengers.
I would do fair market value, even $150. but still shoot for one of the lower prices. If you look at the last 5 sales, that one 13 was not an aberration. There was another one that was a couple of days earlier.
Gosh, such a
There's
good
also
price.
one that was like 200 some odd. So I think there's a newsstand on this, and they might be getting it mixed up.
Mm.
I would go with the Star Wars Kanan #1. The cover A is the most well known, but there is also that orangish Darth Vader one. That looks cool.
Would you do that because you already have the cover A? That is a nice cover. Wow.
Yeah, no, it's or the Scotty Young. I mean, I'm not going for the 1 in 25, but a 9.8 of that Darth Vader one is $86.
What are y'all's gun to the head pick covers?
Yeah,
Covers.
or
Books.
rubber band in a butt.
Yeah. Rubber band to the butt.
So,
Well, we're waiting. Tell us.
yeah, right. In the comments down below. You want to bring us home, sir?
Sure. Ladies and gentlemen, fam across the world, thank you for hanging out with us today. Don't forget to check us out on Patreon, patreon.com/Team Ohana, where you can get... All right, I said I would say it at the end. We're doing our Ahsoka watch-along right now, where I put the time and the video, and you can start your video version of Ahsoka when we start our clock, and we can watch together. You get extra Remember Me picks when we make Remember Me videos on YouTube. Folks only get 4. You get 6 total. Polls, interactions. My pool box here, I've got 106 comics I counted left in this pool box, where you get to pull at least one, usually more. And I'll ship those out to you every 3 months. Every now and then we have a giveaway. We had a awesome Stinker Buns sponsored Vanish giveaway for people joining the Patreon. That was really cool and awesome. Thank you, sir.
And thank you to all the members that joined and received those books.
Yeah, super cool of y'all. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the ding-dong-dong bell for this video and all the videos, because we want to provide you all this fun stuff, and you want to absorb all this fun stuff. Just fun stuff traveling from one person to another. We also have a podcast, Back Issue Book Club. This week, we are in the penultimate week of... I'm surprised you didn't say that. Night Terrors.
Didn't dawn on me, that's why.
Oh, there's just so many freaking weeks. That's why.
Yeah.
Night Terrors, and it's wrapping up. And our next podcast is going to be the finale. So follow along there. It's great fun. Get the podcast wherever you listen to podcasts. Please rate and subscribe and leave comments for that as well. How'd I do?
Yeah, you did great.
Thank you. Until we see y'all on the next video, mahalo.